I'm going to connect now.
Nice.
Okay, we are live after some technical difficulties. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Get Good Fox, the commander of Ronin Fox Armored Security. You're in the Fox Republic, and this is MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries with all of the DLCs. I'm joined by my usual co-host, Dr. Sheriff Crab. How are you doing?
I'm doing a little bit better now that my internet isn't broken. I guess it was my fault this time. Or, do you know what? As I said in chat, I'm blaming the sharks. I think the sharks were eating the cables again in the North Atlantic, so we weren't able to get a connection. But fortunately, the submarines have fixed it.
Yeah, it's this game doesn't really give us any trouble, so it's always hard to tell where the problem lies because it's not a game that really gives us problems. It doesn't really go on the fritz very frequently, so I thought it was on my side. We shut off the game, then I shut off my internet, then he shut off his game, and he shut off his internet, and then eventually it worked mysteriously.
It's typical that the time. So two things. One, the day I'm literally ready at the stream start, of course there'll be a problem, and then second of all, of course we checked your internet first and it didn't work. It's the same with those assassination missions. Had I checked my internet first, it would have been yours that was the problem. There's no winning of this. You can't win.
It's always waiting. So today's show, we've done it. I've collected all the mechs. We have all of the mechs that you guys voted for. We're not going to try them all out simultaneously because there's just too many mechs to try out. But we are going to begin a process of trying out every single one of the mechs. Not the ones we've already tried, obviously. But we are going to begin a process of trying all of the new mechs out. And I've got some ideas with some of these mechs that I want to try, just some experimental ideas. But over here we've got the Marauder 5D. This was one of the elusive mechs that was evading us. We have both of the Bounty Hunters Marauders. Over here we have the BH1, the Marauder, the standard Bounty Hunter Marauder. This one you get from completing his secret mission for maxing out his intel level. And then over here we have the Bounty Hunter 2, the BH2, which is like, I guess, a better version of the same mech. They are not in their stock configurations. I've went ahead and recustomized all of them. We also have the Curious Grasshopper 5J, which is a mech that has AMs. It's a mech that kind of has a little bit of everything going on with it. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. It's a very strange mech. Over here we've got the Archer Tempest. This is Morgan Kell's mech, the mech that he used on the Battle of Misery and like cheap shotted Yorinaga or some bullshit like that. So here is the Archer Tempest, and then we have the Jaegermech FB. I don't actually know what the FB stands for. We can take a quick look. Heavy by alphabetical order. It is blah 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 blah. Looking for something. The Firebrand. So it's known as the Firebrand. Yeah, the Jaegermech Firebrand. So we have the Jaegermech Firebrand. It's a little bit faster than the typical Jaegermech. By that I mean like literally, it's just a few kilometers per hour faster. It's 69 instead of like 64. So it just has like an oddly placed engine. You already saw the Flea from last episode, but we also have the Commando 3A. We'll also be taking care of some of your mech builds, but not in this stream. We're going to just focus on using all of the new mechs that we've got. We still have a lot to go, but that's what we're going to be doing. So to get us started, I guess it didn't save me where I wanted to be saved.
Is there still some in the cold storage, or is that all of the new ones now?
No. We still got more in the cold storage. There are no more assault mechs, and there's no more heavy mechs, though. There might be some light mech. Yes, there's definitely some light mechs. There's at least the Panther 10P. And then there are some medium mechs that we need to take a look at as well. Oh,
yeah. There's a Kentaro, the Golden Boy. I forgot about him.
Yes, the Kentaro Golden Boy is another good example.
Nice.
Let me go and let the time go because there's an experimental design. This design has not been taken all the way. Another thing I did is I went ahead and maxed out all of the Cantina. So we are now 10s across the board on Cantina. So that means we could upgrade the new King Crab Kaiju. The new King Crab Kaiju is equipped with 4 Tier 5 binary lasers and as many heat sinks as I could slap onto it. Its total cooling is 3.6. We could push it even farther with some upgrades. I could increase its heat sinking. I could reduce the heat generation of laser weapons. There's definitely other things we could do. But this is an experimental mech design that I have wanted to try. We're going to see the maximum binary laser strategy. All right, let's go ahead and get into a mission and get started. I'll admit, I'm a little worried about that. 4 binary lasers does not seem like a good idea, even with 3.6 cooling. I am a bit suspicious of it, but, you know, we're going to try it. Gonna try it.
Yeah, I feel like it probably is going to need some upgrades, especially like that one where it allows you to push more heat, the total capacity of the heat. I feel like that could be necessary because it might cool down quickly. It's gonna like probably do like 70 heat in one go.
So we've got a multi-op here. The multi-op is gonna be garrison duty, objective raid, beachhead. I'm just gonna go pure money, to be honest, because like that's what we need right now. Like we don't even need salvage anymore. We just need pure money. So
yeah, we don't need mechs.
We just need the money to afford the upgrades at this point. So the first one is a defense mission, and the biome it looks like it's the canyon, you know, the lush canyon.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I feel like normally I feel like these kinds of missions are safer, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. This is the King Crab Kaiju with 4 binary lasers. No upgrades, though, just 4 binary lasers. That's what I'm going to put on. What are you going to choose? Oh, we have 400 tons, so it doesn't matter what we use.
Right, I'm going to start in the heavy category, and I'm just going to go through it because there's so many of them. Archer Tempest. Let's go there.
Okay, so let's take a look at what I did with the Tempest. I decided, you know, we don't have any LRM mechs. You know,
no,
like we have mechs that have LRMs, but we don't have any LRM mechs. So I went ahead and made the Tempest has endo steel, and with that extra space saved with the endo steel, I decided to just turn it into an archer with Artemis LRM. So it's got a pair of Artemis LRM 15s. It's got 4 tons of ammo, so you know. Decent. I could probably put more ammo on, but I really wanted the 4 medium lasers in, and a healthy quantity of double heat sinks. There's 5 double heat sinks, and the Guardian ECM, which is, you know, I don't know, just put it in there. Let's do it, though. Oh, wait, no, I gotta assign them some mechs. Let's do, I don't know.
Is that the standard paint for the Kaiju?
No. Let me go ahead and return that. That's a good point. It's a hero mech, so I'll return it to its standard colors. Let's go ahead and do... We want some long-range firepower, so I'm going to put them in these. Actually, those mechs are too good for them. Let me put them in some kind of like more normal-ish mechs. There, that'll be fine.
Nice.
In we go. All right, so this mech is either going to, like, completely burn up or it'll be really good.
I think it'll be good. I would definitely, like, lock all your weapons together. You know, the Z button. Or whatever, it makes your torso click to your arms.
Okay, yeah. It is Z for me as well. Okay, yeah. So Z to turn it on and off.
Because then it'll basically... what you really need to do with that is just make sure everything hits the same component.
Yeah. So what Z does, if you don't know what he's talking about, right now you can see my 2 crosshairs get unaligned. By hitting Z, now my 2 crosshairs, they stay together perfectly. Now, I can cancel that in quite a number of ways. Like, I can just push Z again. But that will ensure that I get the maximum concentrated damage.
Just fire missiles at this Crusader, and he's very bad shape already.
I need to find somebody to shine a laser onto.
Okay, Crusader dead. the hunchback.
Contacts just cross the perimeter, Commander. Expect company soon.
These tier 5 LRMs are kind of nasty.
Yeah, those aren't even LRM 20s either.
No, they're kind
Here
of
we go.
freaky.
Well, it used up about half of my heat overall. Actually, it's cooling down surprisingly quick. This might be a thing.
Tango eliminated.
And there's no upgrades either. I haven't put any upgrades on.
I'm just gonna hold the trigger down this mech, by the way. I am not taking it easy. We've got an assault mech and a heavy mech behind us.
Oh,
Atlas.
what is it? An Atlas? And a Warhammer?
Perfectly repurposed, is it?
Yeah, they're attacking from like multiple directions, so I'm not able to like find a good position for them. Looks like the Atlas is already pretty beat up.
Yeah, I'm firing this like most hated thing at it, missiles.
The Atlas does not deal with missiles very well, it's just too fat. I'm actually just not even gonna, well, yeah, there it goes.
I'm just holding the trigger down. Be interested to see if I can have any ammo by the end of this.
I mean, you can do it with the LRM Artemis, like,
To be honest, this thing is having literally zero heat problems, so you might even put a bit more ammo on this.
the stupid artillery cannon, like, interrupted me.
Yeah, I'm going through this ammo really quick.
Maybe I'll drop 2 tons, maybe I'll drop
Yeah.
Is setting an intercept course on your position.
and just put some more ammo on it. So it just becomes like the missile thrower, the
I
missile truck.
trust that you are gonna keep lock.
Reconnaissance
Oh.
device show increased
You got
enemy
'em.
presence in the vicinity. Be on the
Oh
lookout
no, I didn't need
for
any
further
fireballs.
hostiles.
I need a secondary thing with chain on it. Oh, behind me.
Every one of those missiles missed that helicopter. Wow.
Obviously.
I mean, that's why I built that. I built that just because we didn't have a missile-focused mech. So, like, I don't know. It's time for the Tempest to be the missile mech.
Near target, Phoenix Hawk.
I mean, it's not bad for a 70-ton mech as well. Like, you know, you could do a bigger missile mech than that, but... And let me tell you, the Artemis is the way to go. Like, even though Artemis weighs a bit more, the smart
Is-
missiles are way worth it.
Infinitely better.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna lock my torso in. Oh, I got him.
Destroyed.
Gave him the zap. Here we go. Lock my weapons in. Almost.
Nice work. Your down target is about to go critical.
Light scope is lighting up with more targets.
Okay, here we go.
On your position, Commander. Stay frosty.
Nope, I dragged the shot across him a little too much. I can probably afford to fire one. The increased fire rate on the tier 5 binary laser really helps a lot.
Okay, I'm a laser boot now.
Did you run out of missiles?
Yeah, to be fair, I have literally not stopped shooting. I've just like pressed right click the entire time.
So it still overheats if you fire back to back, but you know, for firing 4 binary lasers, that's probably not unfair. And it doesn't have upgrades. We haven't put the upgrades on it yet. Also, I need to make sure I'm shooting while I'm in range as well.
Yeah, probably needs that one that does the energy capacity because it's cooling down quick enough. It just
I'll find you after this is over and lay a beating on you.
and then it'd be like the weapon
All right, here we go,
energy
here we go,
one.
here we go, here we go. Of course a PPC like messes with my aim. What an asshole.
Critical.
Well, I'll let someone else finish him off. Cut through his armor pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a stalker as well. Veteran, mind you.
Keep critical.
Oh, die.
Target destroyed. Target
All right, here we go.
offline.
I'm gonna focus all of the attacks.
System offline.
Damn it! The damage is not bad. The damage, there's definitely some possibility here. It definitely needs a little bit. I think the mods might be what take it to the next level. There's also some enemies that are surviving with just a little bit of structure left. Maybe that little bit of extra damage might be the key.
Target destroyed.
Well done, Commander.
I wonder how many upgrades that thing can have. If it was one of the
I
next,
think
it
it
could have
has
like 9 upgrades. Well, 8's really good.
Yeah, it can have a
'cause
lot.
Couple of cooling, couple of damage, and you could be flying.
Yeah, the
Chubby
cooling
Haydara.
obviously is going to be a big deal. What happened?
Yeah. No, just Chubby and Dara joined in.
Is it not? Is my chat not updating? Let me update my chat.
Yeah. You know.
Okay, there they are. There they are. Now I see them. Oh yeah. So we went with full money. So I can't believe an ER large laser short burst only costs 2 salvage shares.
Maybe at this stage in the game, it's like not considered even rare anymore.
But you did 1,700 damage.
Yeah, actually, good point. I'm going to undo the Tempest, and I'm actually going to just put another couple. Well, you want 2 tons off, maybe?
Let me
I think
see.
2 tons could come off.
Let me look at them.
Yeah, I think 2 tons could probably come off it.
Yeah. Or alternatively, we could do the Guardian ECM if you don't think the Guardian ECM is a help. But or yeah, try the 2 tons of heat sinks first.
Okay.
And see if the heat sinks are the, you know, like, until you get to the point where it actually does heat up a bit.
Might need repairs, yes it does. Okay, let's see what it does.
Alright, so the next mission is objective raid, so this is a chance to use some of our quicker mechs, or our quote-unquote quick mechs.
Right, next.
I
That's what I'm
need
taking.
to
I'm just going
use-
along the list.
I need to use this Victor 9K. Oh, you're using the weird, like, Dara mech? I don't have complete faith in the weird Dara mech, so I'm going to go ahead and use...
Oh my goodness, I just looked at it. Yeah, it's an odd one, alright.
I'm going to use the,
It's not what I would have done with it.
I'm going to use the... I guess I will use the 9K. The 9K, it's not fantastic, but I don't think it's bad either. That's kind of my feel about the 9K. Let's go ahead and put in some... You can go in...
The K-Mechs usually always have large energy. I'm surprised it's still ballistic.
Yeah, the 9K is really not too different. It's just it's basically a Victor with endo steel.
No, nice.
I guess I'm gonna do this. Pretty lightweight lance. Nah, I'm just gonna put him in some big shit. I hate to put him in big shit in order to, like, divide our lance speeds up, but, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna do it anyways.
If you give them long range stuff, it won't matter. Yeah, like that won't matter. Yeah, that'll be good.
Prime Arc GG says, if the Archer still runs out of ammo after adding 2 tons, you might need to make a second missile mech of assault class. Well, the issue is I have to use the mechs that you guys voted for, and I don't think you guys voted for much in the way of missile mechs in the assault class.
Target acquired.
No, we still haven't done the Stalker yet, have we?
Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
like, you didn't vote for the Stalker, you didn't vote for the Longbow, you didn't vote for the Mauler, even the Atlas. Like, I could make the Atlas into a missile mech. So we basically have to use what you guys kind of work with, and that's just kind of how it works. It's actually kind of a weird playthrough, because usually I do have pretty heavy missile fire support, because that's kind of what I like the AI to use.
Target
Yeah, me
But
too.
that hasn't really been an option this playthrough. On the other hand, the AI has not been doing bad with AC2s.
Destroyed.
Surprisingly. Did you just destroy an objective?
Yeah, with an LRM-5 as well, oddly enough. Oh, we got some helicopters.
Oh, I see him.
Eat LRM-5. Eat another LRM-5.
Enemy destroyed.
What? Oh, laser's nice.
target acquired.
Yeah, I got these two
The
little
LRM5.
medium pulse lasers just for a little bit of surgical. Is that which LRM? Is that an Artemis or a regular?
Enforcer.
That is a regular LRM-5 stream.
I'm surprised that can actually shoot a helicopter down. The missiles use
That's
too
why.
dumb to actually get
just-
anything done.
Apparently, these are like the only smart ones in the game. Why are jump jets? Oh my goodness. This thing
So
is
this
cursed.
is the Victor 9K. Once again, it's not really any different than the standard Victor. It does have the endo steel, which allows you to. Okay, the Phoenix is disarmed,
Target destroyed. Target
which
acquired.
allows you to have like a little bit more space. And I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. I did not go for a big ballistic though. I went for the LBX AC-10 just because I feel it's a little more flexible.
New
And
target
right now, I am liking the feel of that. Knocked his main gun off.
acquired.
We've got a Jaeger mech attacking as well. Honestly, the LBX AC-10 has been like pretty reliable as a weapon in general. We've probably been using more LBX AC-10 in this playthrough than like any of the other playthroughs. And we've been using more AC-2s in this playthrough than really any other playthrough either. It's been a kind of a weird one. But that's what's been kind of interesting about you guys voting for the mechs. When you guys vote for the mechs, it does lead to some kind of unusual ways to play that I might have not done normally.
New target.
I found a
Rifleman.
rifleman.
Yeah, it's annoying because
Power
it's.
attack.
I'm gonna check out
I
this
need
place.
cover.
We're gonna end up getting ambushed.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I think I even have the Artemis LRMs. Or the Artemis SRMs, which I don't use those too often
Just walk
either.
up to it in order to pick it up. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is going critical.
There is an assault mech in there.
New target. Cyclops.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, anyway.
They are chasing you right now.
Target
I'm gonna put them on that
Focus
Cyclops.
target updated.
New target.
They don't see me,
indicated.
so actually, I think I'm gonna hit the Cyclops. Come on,
don't
give me
see
that
the
rear
name.
armor. Okay, the Cyclops is out. I'm gonna put the Lance on the. Oh god, he's gonna blow. I was wondering how fast you were, but then I remembered you have a supercharger.
Always good to restock on ammo.
Yeah, I'm very fast. Oh, there's a partisan over there.
Target acquired.
Burn that target down.
Incoming missile. Target
This is a
destroyed.
funny mech.
It is a weird one. The problem is, like, it's just a weird mech in general. Like, it's just a mech that has strange hard points.
I think I know what I would like to do with it though. So we'll let you run in this, and I might like to optimize this one or change it myself.
You can change it immediately after this because I've already used it in the match.
Oh, okay, good.
So yeah, that is
Yeah.
Dara's. So one thing, I do take mech build requests where I will build your guys' mechs. That over there is Master Dara's Grasshopper. Not all of these are viewer mechs, though. Some of them are just either experimental mechs, or they are my mechs, or they are the sheriff's
Target
mechs.
acquired.
When we do these playthroughs, we will do a lot of experimental
Target
builds.
neutralized.
Have I got the strongest LRM5 in the whole game?
You have like
Ooh.
the final LRM5.
Forces are being deployed
It's like-
near you.
Like LRM50 secretly.
All right, what are they
Oh
dumping?
my
They're about to take a big dump. Oh wow, a dump. They need some reconnaissance apparently. They're dropping the recons in.
Have a Highlander apparently as well.
This guy is eating some hits.
New target highlighted. Target destroyed.
Okay, that's the Highlander.
Target acquired.
This guy still isn't dead yet.
Tango down.
All right, they got to be running out of bodies. They brought in their reinforcements. They've got to be running out.
Target destroyed.
This thing is so cursed.
Chubby says, well, I ended up downloading the unofficial patch for Skyrim since the shoe body bot didn't go as planned for Bellathor. Maybe, like, maybe since he died, they were basically just like, nah, we've already continued on with the programming. I have no idea.
Of course they're attacking me. They sense they smell blood.
Target acquired.
The AI, they do it. It's like, although the AI is not great, there are some things that they do that, like,
Makes sense.
allows them to cause, like, as much pain as they can possibly inflict.
Target acquired.
Though sometimes they're just really stupid.
Destroyed.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Wilco. Focus.
I got the lance on the Phoenix Hawk. His arm's almost down. Okay, his arm's down. I detected a assault mech in there.
New target
It's a Victor. Oh, a 9P. He's got an assault katana.
There's another mech I'd like to do a few more customizations to as well, actually, but that's probably to be done. Yeah, he needs to, like, get lost and leave me alone.
I have the lance on the Victor. It's like going for me, which is kind of rude.
He shot my
All right, I
arm
got
off.
his arm.
Target acquired.
I'm just gonna bust in here now. He's like basically not a threat anymore. What am I looking for?
Target acquired.
Okay, they want this one specific fuel tank destroyed. There we go. That one, not the other fuel tanks though. Just that one specific fuel tank.
Target acquired.
Scratch that target off the list. All
right, good
objectives
enough.
Destroyed. We're inbound on marked evac point. Get here as quickly as you can, Commander.
All right, so I'm gonna head over to the extraction point. Yeah, that's like a very strange grasshopper. That's why I said like I wasn't like totally sold on the idea.
Target acquired.
Me neither. I see what the attempt is, and it probably would work. It just needs a little bit more something with that, more lasers or more flamers. I don't know.
Clear to board at Mech Bay number 1.
The hard points on it are
Welcome
not
back.
especially cooperative as part of the issue.
Yeah, I think I'll look at it and see what I can do.
Also, the you know, there's definitely a difference between heavy melee and assault melee. Like assault arena fist is a drastically stronger than heavy arena fist.
Yeah.
We didn't really take much in the way of salvage, so I'm just gonna take those, and then we'll just move on.
Yeah.
We're in a multi-op still, so we can't really do
Yeah,
too
well-
much.
Nah, just leave it the way it is.
The last mission is Beachhead.
Beachhead!
Whoa, what? This is not just any beachhead. This is a 17 million Seabill beachhead, which means that the Waco Rangers are going to intercept.
Wonderful.
In that case, I'm probably going to use... We don't have a lot of fast mechs to use. Because I've
Use a
thinned,
Marauder.
I've thinned some of them out, unfortunately. Regrettably. So I might use the Basilisk.
Nice. I'm gonna use the Marauder Bounty Hunter.
Okay,
Bounty
so
Hunter.
if in that case, we're just going to bring some slower mechs as well. I don't think there's any way around it.
Nope. Oh wait, this thing's slow, isn't it?
Yeah, it has a
Hmm.
weaker engine.
No. Don't want.
We'll bring them in the Corsairs. And I'll bring him in the...
You know what? I'm just gonna keep it along the list. It's the 5J then.
have you...
I need something.
What was the last one you did? You did the 4P last, right?
I did the 4P and got it destroyed, now I'm gonna use the 5J and hopefully not get it destroyed.
All right, let's take a look at the 5J. The 5J does not have the motive, but it does have a PPCX, which is nice, a pair of heavy arena fists, a pair of medium pulse lasers, the very unusual AMS, the anti-missile system, and then an SRM-4. So it's got rather disparate weapons. It's a really weird mech. Like, it's, you know, don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, I've just changed the weapon grips a lot. But for some reason, I quite like the melee weapon to be in the 4th slot rather than the 1st slot.
So
I just picked the 4th
Primark
slot.
GGS, when is the next? Hopefully they do the long deployment, so I can actually show this. So
We are the vanguard for an imminent invasion
Oh,
of
they
the
did?
area.
Wow.
Your job is to eliminate any defending forces and capture the enemy.
of course, when I actually want the long deployment,
Once
like
you've
I can't
destroyed
do
the
it.
radar dishes directing
The long
enemy
story
attack
short
fire,
is,
our
it is
employer
on a
promises to
playthrough
land a
basis.
few extra
When the
units
next
to help
season
you out.
begins, there will be another round of voting. This season is actually almost done, though. Because the way it works is you guys vote for some mechs, and then I have to get one of every variant and try all of them out so I can determine whether the mech is good or not, including the mechs that no one else uses. And sometimes we find some hidden gems. Sometimes we find some super stinky mechs as well, but sometimes we find some hidden gems, like mechs that were way better than we originally thought they were. So the artillery cannons are literally as far down
as they can be, yeah.
possible.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, where else would it be, folks? I trust there's none hiding over in this corner, though.
What am I? This king crab is like trapped. Okay, I gotta free one of our king crabs.
No problem.
It's gonna take him a moment to catch up with us, but I'm not expecting much in the way of combat. Keep in mind that we are gonna have an extraction interception from the Waco Rangers at the end.
Yep.
Or they might attack as the last group of reinforcements, one or the other. Oh, man, it's gonna take a while to get these.
Just doing what a plane does. When
We're
he's, like, waiting for the
literally just
runway.
gonna have to manage these stupid artillery cannons.
your target, Commander.
Target destroyed.
I can clear this one. So someone proposed an idea to use jump jets for dealing with artillery, because apparently if you jump in the air, it doesn't count as hitting you.
New target Panther.
Which I'm like, that's an interesting idea. You know, I could see the use case for it.
A panther and a tank.
Shared target identified.
Of course, he would shoot me.
Ooh. Oh, I barely cleared the artillery there.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Hear the AMS going. The AMS does make a difference. If you're really like watching, you'll see it like shoot down the missiles.
I wish it would tell you how many missiles. I wish the game gave you a better breakdown of stats at the end.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So who built this one?
Acquired.
That was, I just threw something together on that one. Like, that's one of the mechs that I was building before the stream.
Okay.
I just threw on, like, whatever looked, like, relatively sensible. I didn't do anything creative with it.
Target destroyed.
No, it's functional. I like it. Right, well, we follow this east wall, I guess, technically,
Currently, I'm
west to us.
just dealing with these stupid artillery cannons. They're just, like, they really have it out for me right now. Yeah, let's just go down, and, like, we need to get out those artillery cannons so I don't have to, like, dodge them for the rest of my goddamn life. Oh, right on top of me!
Try and not trigger the old center.
Yeah, we'll swing wide. Primark says you need some forward mobility, otherwise you might jump into the shell directly.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can see the shell hitting the ground.
I wonder, does it do more damage if you're standing in the middle of it or not?
Ooh, cleared it. 64 kilometers is just comfortable enough. Like 48 kilometers is starts to cut it close. Oh, a Jaeger mech! Wow.
Target updated.
All right,
just came out
I'm moving into cover.
like, all guns firing.
Jaeger mech is one of the most annoying enemies.
Yeah, it is really. It's like a tank partisan, mech partisan, really, isn't it?
Okay, he's on me. I gotta come to a halt.
He's on me now.
Fire.
Well, they're someone's ripping them up.
I think it's the king crab. Car.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, the king crab car might be slow, but it does have a bunch of AC too, so it's able to begin joining the battle pretty quickly.
Target destroyed.
Oh no.
Target
How did I
acquired.
dodge that?
I'm gonna tell them to shoot that helicopter down.
Target destroyed.
Oh god, I'm gonna try to clear it. Can I clear it? I cleared it.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna tell them to shoot that Igor down.
Received.
Target destroyed.
Oh god, he's on me again. All right, they know we're coming. That's what it is. They're like, oh, quick, destroy them before they get to the artillery.
Target destroyed.
Normally, I would allow my allies to catch up, but I really just want these artilleries. I just want these cannons dead. Like, this battery of artillery has to go. I can clear this one.
There's a bunch of helicopters flying in towards our guys.
Are they coming from behind?
Hostiles
Yep.
detected.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Oh! Oh, man, I did it.
Tango down.
Let me tell them to lock on and destroy that chopper manually.
Identified.
Destroyed.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna be sneaky and see if I can destroy the thing, get our guys in so we don't take too much damage here.
Okay, I am on the first artillery battery,
Target.
which means they might switch on to you.
Nah, they have. Yeah, good call.
That's one set done.
Time to begin the squishing. I said time to begin the squishing. There we go.
Target acquired.
I feel like they made artillery harder to squish for some reason.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, you can't really
You
run over
used
them
to be
as
able to
easy anymore.
just... Yeah, like, you gotta run into them on the right spot. Otherwise, they're just like... Yeah, like, right now, I'm clearly squishing them, but it's not working. Alright, this battery is down. But the other one is attacking, so... I'm setting a course to the other side of the map.
Target acquired.
You know, I will say this playthrough has not really changed my mind about the Victor too much. I will say both of the hero mechs are pretty good, though. Originally, I thought only the, I originally only thought the Basilisk was good, but I did gain appreciation for the Dragon Slayer. Grumplestilkin says, does this have any mods or is it vanilla? It doesn't have any statistically altering mods. I have one mod for Mech Attribute Viewer that lets me see the hidden stats of mechs, and then I have Mech Delivery, which allows me to buy specific mechs that I'm having trouble finding, but I don't have any mods on that affects the balance of weapons, armor, or anything like that, or introduces mechs or technology that would not normally exist. Primarch says that it would be better if artillery had a slower reloading phase. Yeah, artillery does get a bit annoying. I mean, my thing is, this is a huge map. Like, we started at the very, very top of the map, It wouldn't bother me if not for the fact that I've got to travel so far to destroy
Enemy
these.
radar dish destroyed. Enemy radar
Looks like they're
dish
fire. Okay,
reporting
I'm getting close
has
enough to
been
the artillery that they're
disabled.
going to switch on to you.
The relay system is disabled. Friendly dropships are en route. The target.
Oh, this one's on me
Eliminate
still.
defenders.
I'm surprised that they're still going for me. Doesn't matter either way. I do take mech requests as well, as long as it's one of the mechs that was voted for. There are some viewer mechs that are in play still. Like that Corsair XT1 is Chubby Demon's mech. And that, actually no, that King Crab 000 is a recustomization.
Target
Artillery emplacement.
We do have
destroyed.
more viewer mechs to go through, but I did not prepare any for this particular stream just because I spent a long time farming all the mechs up, and I'm just glad that I got them in the first place.
Guys
Wonder
are
attacked by
attacked.
something. All right, I squished those artillery
Complete,
cannons.
Commander.
Nice.
Look at our helicopters eating up that Panther. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
We only got 2 mechs after all that. Well,
target destroyed.
Maybe they'll drop a second. Sometimes they drop a second dropship.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is going critical.
What did they give us? A Thunderbolt and a Rifleman?
Acquired.
Yeah, they could have been a little more generous, but like I said, sometimes they do bring another dropship in.
Target destroyed.
Oh, look at my reliable allies, capable of cleaning up the most shit tier of enemy targets. Brofist.
I got 3 big heli choppers as well.
Yeah, the helicopters are on their way. I mean, if the enemy ignores them, they're actually pretty good if the enemy ignores them. But normally the enemy doesn't ignore
They're not.
them.
Yeah, they're not. Although I'm protected that one from dying though.
I mean, they're shooting at something down there.
There's an Atlas, I think, or something else.
Target destroyed.
I can't imagine. How much do you think these Igors have got to cost a lot of money too? Like they get destroyed so easily.
Target received. Engaging.
You're right about the Atlas.
I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, that's another question. There's a Vindicator.
New target vindicated.
Well, the Atlas is almost trashed.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, so we are expecting the Waco Rangers still, so be careful. They haven't dropped in
Zone is
yet.
clear. Move in.
Yep.
Acquired.
Keep the base clear of any additional hostiles while we take control. Here come the strike teams. Look to the sky.
Helicopters coming.
Enemy aircraft inbound.
Destroyed.
They know what we're up to, and they're going to want to stop this invasion before it starts. Hold this position.
I still have a lot of LBX ammo, so I don't mind throwing a bit of ammo at these idiots.
Target acquired.
Even if it's not in a particularly ideal range.
Target destroyed.
Are you destroying the artillery cannons?
Yes, they're so annoying.
Target acquired.
I'm
I
pretty
hear myself
sure
think.
I hate orbital guns.
Like, I literally can't hear myself think of these things blasting around me. I think they're all dead.
It was so much health too. Holy crap. I'll assume I destroyed it. I mean, with the orbital guns down, you'd think that, oh, now we can land our ships in.
probably one somewhere in a place that we didn't destroy. But I guess these tanks are what's preventing us from progressing in this mission, man.
Yes, we took full money here, and that's because we don't really need to salvage anything anymore. Like, we're pretty good on salvage.
Incoming missile.
There's a patent tank way over here.
We
as
just
well.
need the money in order to make some upgrades on our mechs. Like, the King Crab Kaiju in particular is going to get a full complement of upgrades since I have taken the time off screen. In between the streams, I took the time to max out all of our cantinas.
There's a panther.
Not exactly the deadliest of enemies.
He's elite though. Might be all the difference.
Target destroyed.
I mean, I'll just grab some of these junky enemies that are just kind of just wasting our time.
Yeah, I think I'm counting sometimes. Yeah, he counted.
Yeah.
Two down
I
here
think
as well.
I think these SR. Oh wait, we got a dropship coming in on the other side of the base.
Yeah.
What are they dropping is the question. They're dropping at least one medium mech. I didn't get to see the rest of it. A trebuchet and a vindicator.
Let's try this SRM carrier while they were coming in.
My armor is in great condition right now, so I'm just going to rush in and eat up these guys real fast.
Yeah, good shot.
Oh, this is the trebuchet with a melee weapon.
Incoming missile.
Well, it was the trebuchet with a melee weapon.
Yeah, they're the last two enemies that tank counted. Patent tank didn't count, but that one did.
Target destroyed.
Okay, this is it. The Waco Rangers should make an appearance.
They've gotten organized. Expect a large...
And that's the
The Waco
first
Rangers
enemies.
should like make an appearance now.
Yeah, they'll join in here in a minute now.
Our Corsair is a little roughed up. I need to be... It can probably take one more battle, but its armor is wearing down.
Commander, an unknown
Here we go.
ship is approaching the area. Be on the lookout.
Acquired.
I kind of
Yeah,
am
they're
annoyed
they're
that...
right in front of me. We need to destroy the mercenaries first, though.
Yeah,
We
that's
didn't
what I
get
was
the hit.
thinking. We need to take out the mercs. The problem is the enemies attacked really early. And I'm caught in combat with them as well.
I'm gonna try and come behind the mercs.
Okay, I'm going to take two of them out, and then I'm going to go for the mercs. There's a Mauler, wow.
An Mauler and an awesome 9M, they're really, really valuable.
Ooh, they are ripping me up right now. I'm going to... Actually, I guess I'm just committed to this battle, unfortunately.
Hit Mauler dead.
Okay, he's down. I'm on the awesome.
Go for his leg there. Oh, you actually put you down a lot of time. Wow.
Ammo explosion detected.
Okay, I'm going to go into the base to try to escape, but they might knock me out right here. Okay, I'm
Okay, that's
inside
the
the base.
mercenaries dead.
Nice work. Your down
Jump
target
down.
is about to
No,
go
wait, there's something out. Oh, it's just
Enemy
a
destroyed.
general.
I'll let them handle it. Like, I'm pretty confident that they got this under control.
That's done it.
Jump down.
Conditions are clear for the
That was like the
invasion.
perfectly bad pattern of how they dropped off their forces.
We've just completed re-entry. Lights are green.
Like, that was like...
You know what?
It's like they could not have dropped their mechs in a worse configuration for me there. Because, like, they dropped the mechs that if we kill them... If we kill the standard mechs too quickly, the game ends and then we don't get our mercenary payout. But if I ignore them, then they just get a bunch of free shots on me. And then by destroying half of them, the Waco Rangers then redirected onto me. So that was like literally the worst way they could have dropped.
It was, yeah. That's why I just like, I need to get rid of that Mauler. It cannot exist.
Let me just take some stuff. Fortunately, like, we have
So
so
you
much...
kept the LBX, that's nice. And the Guardian ECM, good job.
Fortunately, we have so much stuff that, like... There's basically no. There are basically no losses that exist that. Oh, we got a new LBX as well. There are basically no losses that exist that actually could trouble us at this point.
I want to maybe redo this Grasshopper 4P as well.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and adjust some of these. And I'm going to, if we have the money for it, I'm going to upgrade the kaiju. I think we have the money for it, though.
Yeah, we definitely do. You can throw that thing in the ice and bring it out, because it's going to take too long to take all that shit.
We're seriously out of SRM4s? Okay, let me put some SRM4s on real fast. Here we go.
Yeah. Good thing we kept the LBXs. That would be a bit annoying if we lost them.
Oh, what did you want put into the storage?
The Grasshopper 4P and just pull it back out, guys. It literally has so much stuff on it, I cannot be bothered trying to like work out what I'm taking off and on.
Where is it? Grasshopper 4P. All right, it's
Nice.
out and in. All right, so I'm going to select the upgrades for the King Crab Kaiju. For those, this is one of the experimental mechs. I said since we happen to have a mech that can do 4 binary lasers, we're going to finally answer the question, are binary lasers good or not? The answer has generally been no. The binary laser just doesn't quite do enough damage, but maybe it's a weapon that has a breaking point where when you put enough of them on and you get enough of them of a high quality, you know, maybe it reaches a breaking point. And so now we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So we're going to do upgrades. Let's think. So I don't want a defense. Is there any way to... Darn, I can't sort that way. Okay, so we don't care about missiles. Laser cooldown, that's a maybe. Let's just put this in, you know, and I'll remove it if I wind up not wanting it. Laser duration, less laser, that's a maybe as well. Like, you can get the damage faster. Range and velocity, that's probably going to go in. One of the problems with the binary laser is that it doesn't have enough range, so let me get some range in. It might be too much already. Where is... Maybe I'm getting too aggressive with the upgrades. Let's focus on the most important ones. So the most important ones are energy heat, where is energy heat? Energy heat. That's a really important one. Next, we want energy damage. Damage. And then I think I prefer range more than I care about firing rate. Where is... Where is energy range and velocity? Okay, so is there one that I would want to... I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I think we're just going to leave it like that. So that's going to take our damage up to 27.9 per binary laser, up from 24. The heat will go down from 9.7, or from 10.5 to 9.7. The range will go up from 840 kilometers max to 970. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell us what our optimal range is, because that's what I really care about. I really care about what our optimal range is. But let's try that. That's going to cost 3.6 million C-bills, which is really not that big of a deal. Were there any other mechs that we needed to mess with?
I think so at this point in time.
Okay, while you're messing with that, I'm gonna find us another contract.
Yeah,
okay, I got it. Okay,
go.
we're ready. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna send this in then. I found another multi-op.
Nice.
We're gonna go. I'm just gonna skip time and allow the kaiju's upgrades because like we have to use it. I have to use it. Okay, the kaiju is ready. Here is a multi-op. This one's only 2 missions long, but that's not a big deal. So it is a objective raid and then a target kill. And once again, we're just going to go for pure money because we just don't need salvage it. We have all the mechs we need. You know, sure, sometimes there's like a weapon. You know, okay, I'll put a little bit of salvage on. We'll put a little bit of salvage on in case there's an interesting weapon, but otherwise we're going to go full money.
Heads up, Commander. Weather conditions
So
in the
this
area
is
will restrict
a
visibility
objective
and have an
raid
effect your
on
sensors.
a desert map. The size of the map is 9 kilometers, not that big. So I think I will use the kaiju, even though it's a desert. I think I'm gonna use it anyways.
Okay, I will bring. Is there any more assault mechs I need to use? Have I used all of these? I feel like I've used all of these, you know? No.
I think the only one you haven't
yes.
used is the Marauder. Did you use the Marauder 5A? Yeah, I think you did use them. No,
Yeah,
you
I
have,
did.
have you? Well, this is probably too slow of a mission for you to use Chubby's mech, that Annihilator.
No,
You
I
could-
haven't used that one.
You
yet.
could use it on like the next defense mission or like the
Yeah.
next.
Right. I'm gonna bring my new Grasshopper 4P. New and improved.
Let me just throw him in some shit. There we go. All right, so we're going to take it out for a test run. This is the fully upgraded King Crab Kaiju with the binary lasers. Now, I might be able to mess around with the upgrades, but okay, so on my optimal range is now 646. That is not bad.
Mechs are battle ready. All personnel reporting in.
Are we getting attacked? Or are they our friends?
Target destroyed.
Okay, they're our friends.
Yeah.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh, this is one of these missions where there's actually like a small city that we have to go through. You don't get those too often.
No, you don't.
Target acquired.
That's quite a cool one, actually. Kind of like start outside in this desert and walk away and say, that's kind of cool.
Destroyed.
I don't hate it.
New target javelin.
I need to find somebody to zap.
Target
That's what I need to do.
Target destroyed.
The fact that all the weapons are in the arms means you're very accurate. That's one thing I do like. Here we go.
Target destroyed.
Well, we bug
New
zapped
target,
him,
Vulcan.
but that's not saying too much. I mean, come on, we just bug zapped a 30-ton mech. That's not saying much. Let me see. Oh, he's moving around too much. He's right there.
Target destroyed.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
Destroyed.
Commander to all units. Unidentified battle mechs on the field. Take them out.
This is the bug zapper.
Target
I mean, so far we can say we have killed small mechs with it.
Target
Not
acquired.
exactly something to brag about, but you know, the beginning of the test is optimistic.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
And we have enough binary
hell yeah.
lasers that we can chain fire them to reasonable effect.
Destroyed. Target destroyed.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it
All right,
up.
here's another Vulcan. The problem is these Vulcans are not easy to hit because they are like so spindly looking.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation. Cargo acquired.
Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
It's time to zap this partisan. Or someone else is going to zap it.
Target destroyed.
All right, I'm locking the arms in.
Good kill,
Oh,
Commander.
got him.
That mech is going critical.
What am I stuck on?
Is he going to kill that? Yeah, I'll do it. If he doesn't want to kill it, I'll do it.
Destroyed.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. New target enforcer.
All of the I mean, I guess it makes sense that all the mechs are inside the city, but still, it's like
I'm
all the
learning the
mechs
mechs.
are inside the city. I'm stuck
Oh,
fighting all these crummy enemies over here.
Target destroyed.
There was a bunch of them following me, but I feel like I've ran away from them a little bit too far now. Oh no, they're still coming.
Destroyed.
Run!
All right, we just cleared this section out, and we're heading
Okay.
north. We're heading to the middle objective right now.
I'm bringing some enemies for you to shoot.
Acquired.
Run! I'm stuck on things.
Incoming missile.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, so far, this mech is not doing bad. I don't know if it's worth it to put so much investment in it just to make the binary laser good. But, like, so far, results are promising. But we haven't really put this mech through a proper test yet.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay, I grew a bunch of mechs. I don't even know where they went. I ran away from them.
Target destroyed.
We're still on the outskirts of the city for the most part.
Yeah,
There's
I
just
don't
a ton of shitty enemies here. I'm just dealing with these junky enemies.
Oh, they're still coming.
New
Okay,
target
fair enough.
Thunderbolt.
Oh, there's a Thunderbolt. Hold on. That's a much more worthy opponent. Where's that Thunderbolt at?
New target Panther. Target destroyed.
Okay,
Target acquired.
that's an Enforcer. All right, here we go.
Nearly there,
Locking the
Commander.
arms in.
Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Let's wait for him to get into range. Damn, his arm took the damage. Okay, that's the Enforcer.
Target acquired.
That's him.
Destroyed. Heat critical.
Still overheats. I mean, we're not in a great biome for it, but
Incoming missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target neutralized.
oh my god, I cut through him through his rear armor there.
This mission's kind of mayhem, isn't it?
Target acquired.
This mission just has an ass ton of just junky enemies.
Target destroyed.
There's another guy.
I see him, I see him. I'm gonna lock my arms in. Got him.
Destroyed.
Not the core tank.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Where's that Manticore at? Right. Got him.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, it's a very spicy, but let me tell you, the damage is actually it might be there. The damage might be there.
Target destroyed.
Scratch that target off the list.
Target destroyed.
All target buildings have been destroyed, Commander.
I thought that when I used it on the Marauder too. I thought the 3 binary lasers seemed a bit freaky, to be honest. Oh,
Wait,
we
they're
got it,
dropping
okay.
right on top of me.
Forces are being deployed
And also, we're only 3 mechs. For some reason, the King Crab car is like 4 billion miles away.
All right, I'm ready.
New target
Turn and face me.
Oh, that thing is, it has a sword.
Darn, I spread the lasers on him. Almost. The PPC actually scrambled my aim a little bit.
destroyed. New target Highlander. Target destroyed.
The laser burn
is-
time might be worth it. Like, just to try to, like, you know, you really want to get all of that damage in one spot, so the burn time on the laser could be worth it. I'm not sure, though, because it wouldn't be a really drastic impact. Grumbleskilson says, man, I find it so hard to avoid using YAML. I'm the other way around. I actually don't like using YAML. YAML has the opposite effect on me, where it makes me just not want to play the game. I'd rather just not play MechWarrior 5. Like, I've used YAML a little bit, but I immediately got sick of the experience and went back to, like, vanilla balance.
I loaded it up and just couldn't be bothered trying to learn it, to be honest, more than
A
anything.
job well done, Commander.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing this game for something like 1,500 hours or something like that as well, and we've never utilized YAML in it.
Yeah, I've got 1,000 hours on the. Well, actually, maybe 1,100 hours on the PC alone. We played this for quite a bit whenever I was on my old Xbox as well.
Yeah, that's true. So, I'm just gonna grab some stuff down the list. The only reason we brought a little bit of salvage is just in case an interesting weapon appears. Like, I obviously don't care if other people want to use YAML, but I'm personally very against using it. So, like, I personally basically just never use it. Like, I downloaded it once and messed around with it, and then just immediately saw, like, yeah, this is not for me. Like, I want as little customization as possible in MechWarrior 5. Like, the more customization, the worse the experience. Because all you're doing is just taking me out of the, you know, like, TRO 3039 experience. And you're also getting closer to MechWarrior 2, and I think that's bad. Like, I don't like the way MechWarrior 2 did their customization. Like, I much prefer how MechWarrior 4 introduced customization. So this is Target Kill Mega City. What about a mod that adds more mechs? I really don't like it. Like, when I downloaded MechWarrior 4 Mech Tech, I basically deleted all of the mods out of it. I started trying to remove all of the mechs that shouldn't be there, like all of the weapons that shouldn't be there. I really don't want to play. Like, I don't mind cosmetic changes. I don't mind some quality of life changes, but I really don't like adding in things that were not intended to be there. Like, I'm typically pretty against that. Not in all cases, but in the case of MechWarrior 5, I really don't like to tamper with the experience too much. Like, I use, like, for example, one of the mods I do use is this mod here. So you can see ES, Endo Steel. I don't know why they don't tell me that it has Endo Steel. Like, I should not need that mod. This is a mod that I shouldn't need because the UI should just tell you. And then the other mod I use, the one that allows me to order stuff, that is just to facilitate that the stream series actually has a conclusion in a timely manner. Like, that's the purpose of that. So, since this is in a big city fight, I'm going to bring... You know, this mech actually did pretty good in the city. So I'm going to use the... These missions are a little on the heavy side, so I'm kind of worried about... Maybe I will... Am I going to use... We need to find some lower level missions to use some of these mechs. Like, I'm not totally confident in them, so I think I'm going to use the AC2 mech. We'll send these in. So this is one of... This is actually a viewer mech. This is Chubby Demon's mech. For some reason, it never saves his color scheme. Let me go ahead and change that real fast. This is his Corsair XT1, which is an AC2 model. It's actually not bad either, surprisingly.
This bounty is only payable if we bring the entire group to justice.
Like, there are examples of when I do use mods, like in Helldivers. I do use some mods in Helldivers. But, like, generally speaking, I don't really like to add gameplay-altering effects into the game. Oh, wow. A huge-ass group of enemies here. I'm gonna back up. That's one down. I don't know what I'm shooting at, though, is the problem.
Target received.
Our allies are derping out. All right, that Cyclops is out in the open. I'm going to hit the Cyclops. This is actually a good fight for us because we have better long-range power.
Well, not me, to be fair, but...
I keep having to reassign their targets because they keep, like, dipping in and out of the fight. Okay, we got him. I have them on the,
hell of a lot of mechs here, isn't there?
I have them on the Cyclops. Yeah, they still want me, which is good, because I'm farther in the back.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna try to sneak behind them.
Burn that target down.
Right now they're blocking my line of fire, but that also means they're not shooting me anymore. Okay, I've got a beat on that Atlas. That Atlas is out of here.
Hostile transport ship coming in.
Can you finish that Atlas off? Like, it got behind cover. Oh, they're dropping behind me.
We've got our main guy.
They're both dead.
Good job. We've gotten all of them, Commander. Good job.
Enforcer.
This thing is a real butt whacker.
Commander. Let's get you out of
Okay, they want me for some reason. Well, I guess there's a good reason. They just annihilate the 2 mechs.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is going critical.
Interesting. We got a
Burn that target down.
Dargan.
I like this.
The
This is a good
Dargan is
mech.
down. Which model is that?
This is the Bounty Hunter 1.
Oh, the BH1. Yeah, I think I did PPCX and medium pulse lasers. I think I boated
lovely.
medium pulse lasers on it.
Acquired.
It's like a small Banshee 3S.
Yeah, I really wanted to take advantage of that reduction in speed in order to like pack on some pretty nasty stuff onto it.
Target acquired.
His legs are pretty beat up. Unfortunately, there's so much smoke I can't see what I'm shooting at.
Target destroyed.
All right, he's down. Legs are destroyed.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
So people have asked, like, why don't I like the MechWarrior 2 system? It's because it basically turns all the mechs into just shapes. Like, there's no difference between the mechs, especially of equivalent weight level, because without hard points, then there's nothing to make a catapult if you can just load it up with a whole bunch of machine guns, because there's no concept of hard points.
Find, Commander. Beginning
Like, there's
recovery
nothing
now.
that's different between an Orion and a Timberwolf if you can just completely reconstruct them into anything you want. Like, if you could just turn an Orion into a mech that just has, like, lasers in its feet and lasers in its, like, head and lasers in, like, everything, and then you could do the exact same thing with a Timberwolf, they don't have an identity anymore. Like, they lose... It basically, the meta becomes which mech has the most aggravating body shape to destroy. That's what you optimize. You just optimize which mech has the most frustrating shape of a body to attack.
No, one of our pilots get injured in that crowd.
The other reason I don't like YAML in this is because this is supposed to be like TRO 3039. You're not really supposed to be able to customize in this game. Like, when you customize, the mech is supposed to get like explosive diarrhea, basically. It's supposed to get like massive indigestion. Like, a lot of mechs, they just don't like to be modified. Even when you swap from the same kind of weapon. One of the examples I'll always use is the Centurion. If you swap the Centurion's AC-10, I think it has a federated AC-10, let's say you switch it to like a Lubalin Ballistics AC-10, it still has problems because the Centurion was designed specifically for that one model of AC-10, and anything else doesn't quite fit in the mounting correctly, and it jiggles around when it shoots, which causes its mounting to crack. And then it breaks down, like, because they weren't supposed to be modified. So when I introduce mods into the game that let me modify the mechs beyond, it just kind of like, it takes me out of the experience, and it had a side effect. It did have a real side effect. When clans came out, you know what people often said? These mechs feel weak. Why do my MechWarrior 5 mechs feel stronger than my clans mechs? The answer is because people got so used to using YAML and just being able to like crazy customize their mech to some like insane level, they were actually able to make better mechs than clan mechs. So when you get the clan experience, they actually feel weaker, even though clan mechs are supposed to feel like leaps and bounds. So they're supposed to be like, well, aliens are invading, the clans are aliens. They're supposed to feel like vastly superior, but a lot of people got a bad first impression of clans because the mechs were actually weaker than their creations in YAML because they had been using YAML for like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years before playing clans, and it warped their perception of the game balance. So it's like, another thing is, and now this is a very like me thing, especially, I mean, these are all me things, but in particular, I am a guy who enjoys survival games. Like if we look at my content on my YouTube channel real fast, let me look at the history of the 5 years I've been creating content on this crazy channel. Let's go by videos. We'll sort by oldest. So we'll sort by oldest. So when I first started this channel, I started with management games and survival games. Like this is State of Decay. It is a zombie survival game. That's what I started with. So in my core, I'm someone who specializes in surviving. I'm someone who specializes in, you give me a screwdriver, a hammer, and some beef jerky, and I will find a way to survive. That's my preference. That's my style. So when I get all of I actually get bored of the game when we reach the point where we can have everything we want. Like this phase of the game right now is less fun to me than getting to 3049. And it's all, where the hell is my ship at? And it's all because like I enjoy the process of building up from scratch. I don't really enjoy the destination though, like where we have all the money, you know, we don't need anything anymore. I find that to be a lot less interesting. So when I'm able to create these wacky mechs that just have like let's go to some easier missions so that we can try out, this is a lower level mission. We might be able to use some of the lighter mechs here.
Okay.
I find it to be I just find it to be less interesting because now we're in a situation where I have everything, and I don't know, that's just not as fun to me. It's more fun when I'm like trying to figure out how to make like a Jenner, a Spider, an Urban Mech, and a Commando work. Like I find that to be a lot more enjoyable. And so the funny thing is, by reducing my gameplay options, I come up with more creative strategies. Like a lot of people would say that YAML like increases your creativity, and it does, there's no doubt about it. But I also find that I become creative when I have my options removed, because then I have to come up with alternate solutions. And one of the results of this series is that we have found a lot of mechs that I wound up really liking that I wouldn't have tried otherwise, because I'm now being forced to use them. Like I'm being forced to use mechs that I would never have previously used, and I'm forced to use strategies. There's going to be playthroughs where I specifically have to do things I don't want to do. I will do a PPC playthrough because I don't like PPC. And people know that too. Like people know that I think PPC is some stinky garbage, except for PPCX. But I will do a playthrough where I can only use mechs that use a PPC, and I will use standard and ER PPC instead of just cheating out like whatever is like good. And yeah, I'll just do it, and we'll see. Maybe I change my mind, or maybe it reifies my understanding of PPC.
I don't have my money on you changing your opinion on.
I mean,
PPC,
yeah, I'll be the
honest.
first to say, I don't think I will change my opinion, but sometimes it doesn't matter what I think. Like, I don't have a problem changing my mind. I'm not someone who, I am not too proud to change my mind if I see sufficient evidence. If the evidence is like, then, I may not change my mind. But if the evidence is, like, pretty clear that, like, yeah, this is actually pretty good, then, yeah, I don't have a problem changing my mind.
Our mechs are like identical, and everything, but obviously their utility. But they look exactly the same.
So Grumble Stiltskin says, for MW2 and Ghost Bear, they were all clan mechs, so, Omnipods intensify. Yeah, then he does, because I was about to say, well, they also did it in Mercs. Like, if you wanted to, you could make a mech that has machine guns, that has, like, 50, not 50 would be too many. You could have a mech that has, like, 30 machine guns if you wanted to. It's funny, don't get me wrong. It's really silly. But like I said, it reduces the chassis to just shapes, to body shapes.
New target, Javelin.
And as you mentioned correctly as well, even if you're a purist, like, you know, a MechWarrior purist or a BattleTech purist, the amount of customization that's available in this game, as it stands, is already lore-breaking.
That is true. Some of it is kind of silly, like the Draconis Combined didn't invent the katana in this time frame. I'm like, wow, you guys really took your time there, but there are certain things I think people are willing to overlook. One thing that they did, the PPCX is not even a real weapon. That is a completely made-up weapon.
Tango down.
Now, Snub-Nose PPC exists. I don't know if it existed in the time frame we're in, but PPCX, that is a completely made-up weapon, and they made it up. I don't know the real reason why they made it up. I could speculate, though. I believe they made PPCX because the weapons in the large energy hardpoint were bad. Now, PPC enthusiasts will get so mad when I say that, but that is what I believe. I believe they made the PPCX, and I believe they made it insanely broken because the large energy hardpoint was the worst hardpoint in the game. So they really wanted to add in something that was like really spectacular, and that's exactly what PPCX became.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That is exactly the reason why I think.
New target, Enforcer. Target acquired.
Because now it works the other way around. Wait, that guy has rear armor damage. That Enforcer, did he turn his back? Like, why does he have rear?
Yeah, I shot him in the butt.
Target acquired. New target, Locust.
Target destroyed.
Target
Medium pulse lasers are doing the job, let me tell you. That's pretty nice.
target destroyed.
Got the accuracy. Okay, he's crippled. Let's go for this guy.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Target down.
Target destroyed.
Now it does work the other way around. Just because I'm willing to change my mind on things. It also means I don't really have sacred cows either. I don't really care if some people really think the Hunchback needs to have an AC-20. I am not like dogmatically inspired on those kinds of things. That doesn't matter. Like some people get really mad if I don't use symmetrical weapons. If I create a Marauder that has one PPC and then a bunch of medium lasers and an autocannon, some people will get mad that it's asymmetrical. Like I don't really care about any of that as long as it works. Like that tends to be my opinion on those things. And the reason I bring it up is because, like I said, there are people who really love PPC. And, I mean, I get it. It's a cool weapon. You're firing, like, you're basically like Zeus, like, throwing fucking lightning bolts at people. But the problem is that I just don't think the weapon is very good. I would like to use it. I would like to like it, rather. I can use it anytime I want, but I would like to like the weapon. It's just that it doesn't do enough damage, and it generates a crazy quantity of heat for the damage it deals. And as a result, like I said, since I don't have sacred cows, I don't care if people really like PPC. I'm also someone who is willing... I don't have to have my cake and eat it, too. Like, I was shitting on another game on Twitter. I was basically saying, this game has a shitty story. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, you're a MechWarrior 5 player. What kind of story do you have? And I'm like, not a good one. Like, I mean, I don't... I can say another game is shit and then completely admit that the story of MechWarrior 5 isn't very good either. Like, I don't have to have, like, parody. I don't have to have... the game I like does not have to be perfect. Which I think is a big problem a lot of people have. Like, they just can't accept, like, what? You don't think this game is absolutely perfect? I mean, I'm 100% certain the game I'm playing isn't completely perfect, but it is more than good enough in spite of its
If you
flaws.
find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Yeah, that's exactly a thing right there, Grumpelstiltskin. Like, do I like the idea of firing, like, crazy-ass, like, lightning bolts at people? That's badass. I especially like the old PPC look, the spiral helix. I don't know. I don't care if that's realistic. I think it looks badass. You shoot, like, the DNA helix of electricity at people. I think that's even cooler. I like the EMP effect. Just 10 damage just isn't good enough. That's the issue. 10 damage is just not doing it for me.
Target destroyed.
We keep getting these little munchkins that keep coming from behind.
Commander.
Now, PPCX, on the other hand, that's fantastic. Maybe, is it overpowered? It probably is. Do I care? Probably not.
Target acquired.
Do people get mad about it because it's not a cannon weapon? Absolutely. Do I understand that? Absolutely. I won't argue the canonicity of the PPCX. Now, there are weapons that have an X in them, like there is X Pulse Laser. X Pulse Laser doesn't do what PPCX does, but there are weapons with an X in their name. So, like, I mean, you could argue that they are following some kind of naming convention, but no. The PPCX is basically an insanely cracked snub-nosed PPC.
One less target.
That's another good point. So Grumpelstiltskin says, if you ever wanted your mech to actually become a Gundam, that's what Jump Jet's in MechWarrior 2. You could become a Gundam in MechWarrior 2 if you wanted to. Like, you could start, like, moonwalking in mid-air and just start, like, you know, busting the gritty out on people in mid-air, and you're, like, summoner, which could have any weapons you want because they didn't have a concept of hardpoints.
Target acquired.
And the AI did it, too. The AI, they did not care. They're like,
Destroyed.
fly up into the air and start, like, they start, like, Halo pro strafing on you in midair, and you're just like, okay, I guess.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Mission
Wasn't
success,
a very
Commander. Time to
underwhelming
get
mission.
out of here.
Well, that's why I wanted some of these lighter missions. I mean, we've only gone down, like, 1 or 2 difficulty.
Oh,
This is like an 80 or 82 difficulty mission. Let me tell you, there's a big difference between the 80s and the 90s in this game.
There really is.
Like, one thing, this game does not have the smoothest curve in terms of, is this a multi-op? I think this is a multi-op.
Yeah, there's 2 more missions.
Okay, I'm gonna let those
Beach
10
head
salvage points roll over. Yeah, I don't see anything.
Beachhead.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Beachhead!
Right, I only have 2 more heavy mechs to do, so Marauder 5D next for me.
That one is nasty. Maybe not in the beachhead, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaky.
Let me see. I need to use the FB. No, I'm gonna
Yep,
use
that's the next
the...
one.
This is a weird one. I don't know what to say about this one. So this is the Firebrand. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, like, theoretically, it should... I mean, it has 2 PPCXs. It should be theoretically good. It also has a pair of AC2 burst fire, because I don't know what else to do with this mech. It's got enough ammo to get it through. Full armor. I don't know. Don't look at me, Chet. Wait, what is that? Hold on a second. Is that a fox? No, I think it's like a devil. Oh, it's like a devil face. That's what it is. Okay, that's cool. Let me put some people in some stuff. What are you in? Okay, we're a faster lance, so maybe I can get our guys in something a little quicker. A 9K.
Huh. That's random. That Jägermech Firebrand walks at 69.78 kilometers.
I'm going to pretend that putting them in the Tempest isn't a bad idea.
That's a great idea. I like the Tempest.
One of the Zeuses I really like came from Mech Commander 2. The Zeus has these, like, fins on its shoulder pads, and I don't know, I just thought that made it look really badass.
Ben?
Once we've gained control over the air defenses of this region.
This Jägermech is a little odd for going 69 kilometers. Nice.
I'll be waiting nearby to pick you up.
I guess somebody was unsatisfied with the engine and just swapped it out or something. I need to change its weapon groups.
It's a bit random because it literally only goes like 4 kilometers faster.
Yeah, I don't know what. I guess they was like just min-maxing. Like whoever was the operator was just trying to min-max like every ton out of the mech and like put in like a slightly more powerful engine.
Must be eliminated. We don't have good intel on their location.
Now, okay, getting back onto the subject of PPCs. The people who tell me that PPCs are actually good, the situation that PPCs are good is that basically if you have perfect accuracy, if you hit the exact same body part on the same mech every single time, preferably with a headshot, then the PPC is suddenly really good. And I'm like, okay, maybe if you have sufficiently good accuracy to hit the exact same body part over and over and over again without fail with the PPC, maybe then it could be decent. If you could hit headshots, I could see it being good if you can score headshots. But even if you do center torso hits, I don't even think the PPC would be that good with center torso hits, because once you start getting to like elite enemies, the enemies who have like all that extra defense, like 10 damage, they do not give a shit about 10 damage. Like 10 damage, like forget about it. And the thing about the PPC is it doesn't have a particularly high rate of fire, so it's not like you're able to like fire out those 10 damage bolts that frequently. I'm gonna go south and try to knock out these artillery cannons.
Yeah, I'll go north. So you can get a bit quicker.
Oh, there's behind us, behind us.
Heavy mech, grab with that.
Target received. Engaging.
Gotta navigate. I'll take it.
I've been informed the support is on its way. Let's hope they
Really?
make it.
Oh, did you destroy the other?
Whiskey 6-1. Thanks for clearing out that AA
So what?
installation.
Yeah,
You destroyed the other radar? Oh, I guess they were really close together.
Stand by 2 mics.
Yeah, they were literally right beside each other. Oh, I'm gonna end up triggering the base. Need to turn.
All right, I'm gonna go try to squish some of these like turrets or some of these artillery cannons.
Yeah, I'll start heading towards the other set.
That's like the other thing is that the PPC doesn't actually have very good range. Now people will be like, "What are you talking about? The PPC has really good range. It has good maximum range, but it doesn't have very good optimal range. Like the standard PPC, its optimal range is like 450 to like 470 kilometers, and that means if you are attacking beyond the optimal range, you actually start taking a damage penalty. You don't do as much damage when you fire outside of your optimal range. So while it's true that the tier 1 PPC can fire up to basically up to 900 meters away, if you're hitting something at 900 meters, you are not doing the full 10 damage. And for a weapon that is so hot, you need every point of damage you can get.
Target destroyed.
All right, these artillery batteries are down.
I'm just arriving at these last set now.
Acquired.
We're on it, Commander. Target is down.
Let's get this
Fire on target.
SRM carrier. Actually, I have AC2. AC2 is perfect for that.
Target destroyed.
Objective complete, Commander.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Wait, what did I say? Something about the metric system? Look, I don't know anything about them. Look, I don't understand anything about the metric system. The only reason I can say any of these numbers is because they just appear frequently. The only reason I remember that the mechs go like 64 kilometers is because that's just the common speed they go. The thing though is I have no idea what 64 kilometers means in real life. Like if someone says I'm going 64 kilometers right now, I'm like, is that fast? Is that slow? Is that it has unfortunately the metric system has no meaning to me in real life. Like I cannot comprehend what any of it equates to in terms of real life.
So 64 kilometers an hour is about 42.
42 miles per hour? Okay, so that's like residential speeds.
Yep.
Like a little bit
Okay.
faster than residential speeds, basically.
That takes care of the garrison units. Move in to take control.
The helicopters are coming.
Stay close and keep the
I'm
base
still like getting to
clear
the
of
deploy location.
hostiles.
Oh, here we go.
We've made a wee impression on these
Yeah, I killed all the guys here.
Enemy
This mech is
aircraft
freaky.
inbound.
You cannons better not start shooting. I will destroy every one of you. But I might just do it anyway.
Yeah, it's like it turns out that the triple PPCs, especially for its speed, you know, even though the kaiju has more PPCs, I feel like going faster is more valuable. It's not to say that the 4 PPCX kaiju is bad, but like I kind of prefer. I think I'd rather have 3 PPCXs and go faster than have 4 PPCXs and go slower. That's my opinion,
agree.
at least.
I agree.
Target acquired.
We're gonna feel the same when we get the Atlas and we're using the Atlas melee mech. We're gonna be like, the Cyclops is just better because it can go
New
faster,
Target Spider.
and the Banshee is better because it can go faster.
Target acquired.
I should just refer to everything as units. That's what I should do. Apparently I said 900 kilometers, which is not the range of the PPC. I mean, at that range, you would basically do no damage. You're basically just firing solar radiation at people at that point. Maybe you could give somebody skin cancer at that range.
Like 600 miles.
But the I'll just use units. There we go. It has a range of like 900 units, and at that range, sometimes you will fail to kill a helicopter in one hit. I've had it happen before. I have hit a helicopter, a crummy helicopter, with a direct hit from a PPC at maximum range, and it survived.
Target acquired.
I wish they would just send all 9 of the enemies at us. I know it's like a bit dangerous.
I
but
wish they would just
this is
surrender.
boring.
Like, you know, I wish they would just surrender. You're gonna be like, oh, it's too far away. I'm not getting paid enough to like drive my ass over here and get blown up.
Target acquired.
Now, you want some of my controversial MechWarrior or BattleTech opinions. Here's a controversial BattleTech opinion. I think we need a new BattleTech series altogether. Not MechWarrior, not Mech Assault. What we need is a new BattleTech game where you pilot a mech, but it follows the lore of the game, but not necessarily the tabletop rules. And what that means is you can have your small laser and your medium laser and your large laser, but they don't need to do tabletop damage. In fact, you don't even need to be concerned about that. You could basically have mechs that have armor hardness. There's no such thing as armor hardness in MechWarrior, for example. We need a game that breaks away from the tabletop mechanics, not in the sense that we should get rid of MechWarrior. We can keep MechWarrior, but we need another series that doesn't comply with specifically, or isn't, not that it doesn't comply, it's not inspired by the tabletop mechanics, so that we can have new rules. Like, we can have mechs with like levels of armor hardness. There can be like armor penetration, and now we don't have to worry about like, oh, this weapon doesn't do this or this weapon doesn't do that, or why is it that a fire starter can kill an Atlas with machine guns and small lasers or something like that. Because at the end of the day, what is armor? Armor is hit points. You know, you do 1 damage, you lose 1 armor. When in reality, if you took like a machine gun and fired it at a tank all day, you'd just run out of ammo. You would never kill a tank with a machine gun. It's just not going to happen. Like, its armor is too strong for it. But in order to do that, we would need a new series that is inspired by the lore, but it's not inspired by the tabletop. That's what we would need. Because, like, you know, there's no reason to really go away from the lore. Like, the lore is fine. And there's not even, like, you know, the tabletop mechanics are fine for MechWarrior, but a new series not married to the tabletop mechanics, I think would be really interesting. Because, like, what if you had armor penetration, and so now you needed to think about, like, oh, my mech has like an AC-10, like the balanced one, like it's got like balanced armor penetration. You have your AC-5, which has lighter armor penetration, but it's extremely accurate, like very good for destroying vehicles, very good for destroying smaller mechs. But if you start firing your AC-5 at like an Atlas, like the Atlas is just like, you know, just like power walking through it. Like, it's not even a big
Target
deal.
acquired.
Like, you could have, like, you know, like, new kinds of, like, weapons or weapons that do something totally different than before. Like, lasers that are effective at damaging armor but are less effective at damaging internal components and so forth. Like, there's many things you could do if you created a Battletech-inspired game in the lore, but not necessarily one that's inspired by the tabletop mechanics.
Your down target is about to go
It's got
critical.
absolute level.
All clear, Commander. Their defenses are now blind.
This mech wasn't
The
too bad,
invasion has
actually.
started, and your job is done.
All stations, this is Sierra 1-1.
Hey, no, there's this one.
Be advised,
5D's now.
Just completed re-entry. Lights are green. Dropships can now land.
Had to,
Sierra
like,
1-1
wipe his
out.
windshield. His windshield was a little dirty. Like Mech Commander? I mean, like, Mech Commander still loosely followed the tabletop rules. Like, you didn't have armor hardness. Like, you know, armor was, like, hit points. It is going in an interesting direction. Like, you know, they didn't do heat the same way. Like, your mechs can't overheat in Mech Commander. In fact, there was no heat at all. Like, heat was just the resource you had to manage for customization.
Wow.
Here we go. Wow, you did 3,500 damage?
Yeah.
Man, Cap is calling. There's no way you could... That was a lot of
Bad news,
damage.
Commander. Extreme weather conditions
Are you
means
real?
you'll be dealing with limited visibility and
Well, you know, what are you going
compromised
to do? It's
on this mission.
PPC. I mean, I had PPCX too. I guess I just wasn't in the right place. That was the issue. Oh, wait.
You-
Is this a demo mission? So you might be able to use Chubby's mech here. It says it's a demo. Chubby's Annihilator.
Oh, the Annihilator, yes.
It's only 9 kilometers, too. Square kilometers, so I'm pretty sure that's a smaller map. Yeah, the sheriff goes wherever he wants, unless it's a really hard mission. If it's a really hard mission, then we will coordinate, but, like,
Yeah.
this is not
These are
a-
not quite.
These do
Nah.
not require it. You know what we need to do? We need to do the AC2 squad. I'm going to go in the AC.
Get the we need the King Crab. What was the other one? Have any other ones?
Yeah. We got another one. It's the AC2 unit. And then I guess I'll bring... He has AC2s, technically.
Nice.
All right, AC2's going down. Actually, these are both Chubby's mechs. This is Chubby's XT1 Corsair, and this is Chubby's... in fact, that mech should have its colors redone. It doesn't matter how many times I save these. It doesn't save them in between episodes. You have to read...
He was representing today. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, so this should be a small map, which is perfect for the Annihilator.
I don't think I have many mechs left to use. Oh, I need to use some of these medium mechs, the crab and the...
We'll probably save those for when I bring more medium mechs, and there's some medium mechs in cold storage that we haven't used either. But like,
Sure.
I'm kind of going in descending order: the assault mechs first, then the heavy mechs, then the. Also, we have to use the King Crab laser zapper some more.
Military facility.
Oh, yeah, I haven't
Because
actually used
of
it yet.
any live ordnance storage they might have on site. Farhad does not want to spend weeks clearing shrubs.
So my
Oh,
opinion
somewhere.
about the Corsair, now that I've actually used the Corsair a lot, what I can say is that I think the Corsair is basically a worse Mauler. Even though the Mauler is 5 tons lighter, the Mauler's hardpoints are just so much better than the Corsairs. So that's kind of how I feel about the Corsair. It's basically a worse Mauler. And the Mauler, on the other hand, I kind of feel like the Mauler is the Inner Sphere's ghetto Omni-Mech. You know, if you want something kind of like an Omni-Mech, that's kind of what the Mauler gives you, because the Mauler has big missile hardpoints, big laser hardpoints, and then either several small ballistics or several medium ballistics, and it lets you kind of make almost anything you want. I'd love to go faster, but we've got to, like, annihilate, so... So this mech is Chubby Demon's creation. It's got 4 AC2 burst fire, ER large laser, and then 3 LRM-5 streams with the Artemis 4 system. I know that that's like not necessarily an efficient way to use the Artemis system, but unfortunately it only has small missile hardpoints, so we weren't able to, you know, do like an LRM-15.
Target acquired.
Wait, there's a mech behind us.
New target. Enforcer.
Focus on
Here we
the
go.
engine. Only
Concentrate firepower! If you can see the target.
There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is going critical.
What's funny is I bet this mech will be easier to kill because he's not elite.
Reduce damage to the target facility.
Like, that guy had an elite pilot, so he gets like, yeah, that Black Knight was easier to kill than the Enforcer.
New target.
This guy will be easier to kill because he's not an elite pilot.
Integrity of this
Here we go,
target
once they
is
start
down to
shooting.
50%.
Concentrate fire! This King Crab is going to go down faster because it's not a stupid elite pilot. Elite pilots
You're
are so
almost there,
strong.
Commander. Only 25% of this area remains.
They're dropping their guys off.
New target.
It's
Charger.
a Charger, not a good one though. The Crummy Charger.
Tango eliminated. Current target received.
We'll deal with these reinforcements. They're like right in front.
You did it, Commander. This whole place has been flattened. Now, let's get out of here before more trouble arrives. Head to the evac zone.
Letting them have it.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Hostile transport ship coming in.
Oh, you got reinforcements right on top of you. Watch out.
That's
We-
alright. I'm
we
full
will-
armored.
We will try to 48 kilometers our way to help.
Target acquired.
Oh, they're not even looking at me. That's
Target
hilarious.
destroyed. New target.
So, the sheriff's mech has 4 AC-2 rapid fires. Oh, they're not looking at me. Oh, he saw me now. He turned around. This is not the best place to be, considering that Oh, you shot him in the back?
Yep.
Honorable. That is how we
Thank
do
you.
it in Ronin Fox Armored Security.
That was the training manual from back in the day.
Target.
Look, I am from the Draconis Combined. I am the authority on honor.
Target destroyed.
And in my field manuals, they tell you the best way to win is to teleport behind people and grab them by the robot jet. Honorable. This-
Yes, Mr. Disaster says it. I love destroying bases. It's just like what I do. I like leveling, destroying stuff for
Who is-
absolutely no reason. Why is this guy here?
There's no
like, why
Ryan
would you-
behind him as well.
I feel violent. Let's kill him.
He's an elite pilot, so he's going to take some effort to bring down. Unless he goes in a straight line at me.
That mech is about to go critical.
I want to kill
the
that
Orion?
Orion, too.
Yeah,
Because
it's
he's got a
not
giant hot dog. He's got like a giant hot dog torso. That's what I don't like about the Orion. He has like, his paper doll looks like a giant penis. Concentrate fire! Wait, they're trying to cut us off behind us.
Target acquired.
Target received. Engaging.
They're like kind of being a little mean right now. What are you guys? It's kind of a jerk thing to do, dropping all these idiots in at the very end.
Incoming missile.
Tango eliminated.
Target acquired.
You know, AC-2s have like a critical mass. They're not very good in small numbers, but if you get enough of them,
About to go critical.
the range advantage they have is actually pretty nice. Because then you can
Really
actually start
satisfying.
shelling people out at like a long distance and defeat people. But basically, if you can kill an enemy before they get to 400 meters, that's a pretty big deal. Because 400 meters is maximum medium laser range. If you can kill them before they get to 270 meters, that's AC-20 optimal range. That's also an SRM start to show up as well. So like if you're able to knock enemies out from those ranges, that tends to be pretty good.
There's kind of something satisfying about like watching someone else's like AC2s flying overhead.
Stand by for pickup.
I like the screeching, the howling noise they make as they whiz by.
Yeah. They feel very real.
Yeah, they did a good job with the sound effects. That's one thing I'll say about MechWarrior 5 is like the sound effects are pretty good.
Yeah, really good. I
Mr.
think they're actually better
Disaster
in this game
says
than they are in the
that
other.
you would do well in his merc company, the Wrecking Crew. They like to break stuff.
Yeah, I like breaking stuff.
Breaking stuff to look tough. Well, I can't salvage this king crab. It's like too expensive. Wow.
You should have destroyed it more.
Unfortunately, when you're using an AC-2, the enemy just becomes a big puff of smoke, so you can't really tell what you're shooting at.
You just shoot below the diamond and hope for the best. Or whatever the weird marker thing is.
Okay, let's see here.
It's like spray and pray, but for real.
Where is a mission that looks interesting? That is a Triangle Heads mission. Oh, here's a Davion squishing mission. I love squishing Davion. Maybe we can bring in. I will look at the biome, but we might be able to. You need to try out the kaiju binary lasers.
I do. And then I think I've used them all. No, I haven't used the Jaeger mech actually. Then I've used them all.
We got a message that I don't care about. This is a battlefield mission too. So this is Mega City Battlefield. This is probably a good time to try out the
KJ.
Yeah.
Heavy weather warning is in effect, Commander.
Bam,
Your visibility will be
bam.
compromised
Where are
out
you?
there.
So for those who are just tuning in, we do have an experimental mech that I haven't settled on a final answer on it yet. This is the King Crab Kaiju with 4 binary lasers. It has an ass ton of heat sinks in order to pretend like it will stay cool. These are maximum quality tier 5 binary lasers, and it also has some upgrades. The upgrades could be subject to change. It has both of the heat reducing upgrades, it has both of the damage increasing upgrades, and it has one of the range increasing upgrades. I'm not sure what I might change on it. Range is important just because the binary laser has the same range as a large laser, and the large laser doesn't have especially great range. It's kind of like okay-ish. And you kind of wish you could zap people more at a distance with it, but, we'll try it out. Let me see if there's a mech I haven't used yet. I haven't used the Bounty Hunter 2. I'm going to use the Bounty Hunter 2, which is also a binary laser mech. That could be a bad thing in case our mechs are totally garbage.
Nah, we got this. We got this.
Let's put in the AC-20 mech.
I might see if I can headshot with this thing. I want to see if this thing can like, zap things' heads off.
And then, I don't know, let's put in this Marauder 5A. There we go.
Nice. That's a weird lance.
It's a lance.
You got a baby Marauder and like daddy Marauder.
That's true. One thing I don't like about the Marauder 2 is they're like, we made it 25 tons heavier, but we didn't add any more hard points to it. I'm like, it has some pretty sparse hard points for a 100-ton mech.
It's just bigger.
Yeah, it's literally, well, it has jump jets, but otherwise it's literally just bigger. But you guys,
jump jets, was it?
One of them has jump jets at least.
How random. Kind of forgot that, I think.
I just don't understand why they didn't give it more hard points. Like, I don't know, like, a 100-ton mech should have more hard points than that, I feel, but I don't know, they disagreed.
Yeah, you're not kidding, it does cool down quick, but my god, that's a lot of heat.
I think it's like close to 50 heat. I think it's like 40 something.
Let's see. 51, yeah. You getting that? Okay,
Let me tell you, each of those lasers almost does 30 damage, though.
Yeah, I think it says 118 total damage. Which is actually kind of freaky if you get that all in one place. There's not much that's going to do anything about that.
Yeah, if the enemy twists or your just aim just isn't on point, then it stinks because you spread the damage out, but it has a lot of potential damage.
Zap.
I like the sound it makes, too.
Zap.
It's the closest we can get to, like, the Clan's heavy laser. Because, like, they come out with another generation of lasers that are even better.
I'm seeing multiple tangos on scope, converging on your current position.
All right, it's showtime.
I want something to zap. I'm gonna zap something real good.
14 targets, so I'm expecting mostly mechs. If it was like over 20, I'd expect more vehicles.
If you find
Wait,
that
there's a
position,
thunderbolt.
Just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
I think there was a second one as well. Maybe. What is that? Yeah, it's two of them.
2 thunderbolts. Those are thick mechs too, so not a bad target. Not a bad target.
Kind of wanted to like.
One of our mechs has gotten confused, unfortunately. Did you just headshot him?
I did, yeah. I want to get this one as well.
Acquired.
Bad news,
No,
Commander.
didn't get him. Oh
More
well.
hostiles inbound
Well,
on your position. Get ready
it's not a
for
bad
some
result.
company.
A good start.
Oh, but we got a box. Great.
Oh, I forgot I have a LBX autocannon.
It's actually a really good, nice weapon as well, to be honest.
Acquired.
For that very thing you're doing right now.
Yeah, I included it. I didn't include it. I included it as a solid slug just for that purpose. Because I imagined this to be a little more of a sniping mech.
Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
Really? Is that it?
There is
Oh,
a
there's a dropship
dropship
behind
on
us as
its
well.
way, and then like some scouts behind us.
New target fire starter. Target acquired.
I'm gonna go to the dropship, I think.
They're taking their time. I don't see them behind us.
Yeah, me neither. I guess we could just wait for them to come here.
I think the AI is derping out. I think they're struggling to make it through. Okay, they just dropped off. They've got there's a stalker and a longbow. Okay, this king crab needs to get the hell out of my way.
Oh! If you just tickle that fire starter.
Let me see.
Target
Yeah.
destroyed.
Another one?
What about, it's like the binary laser crew.
Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
So the assault mechs are still on their way?
Target
On
destroyed.
mark. At waypoint.
This is like the energy heavy rifle king crab.
New
That-
target
It's
started.
basically, that's what I was trying to do.
Nice work.
Oh my god, did you just slice him down?
Critical.
Yeah, it was only a longbow though.
Let me get this billboard out of the way.
I want to headshot this thing. I like headshot and
Recon
stuff.
has spotted additional
It's actually a really hard mech to
bogies. Heading on
headshot.
a trajectory that intersects with your
Ah, just
position.
gonna end up slicing him in half.
I finished off that body part.
Nice.
Target destroyed.
Other dropship. I quite like this spot actually because they're just gonna come straight up
Yeah,
the street.
yeah. It's like a nice little kill zone we've got. So there's more mechs behind us as well. There's a pair of medium mechs. There
New
is
target Vulcan.
a pair of Vulcans.
Target acquired.
You know what? I'll put our guys behind us. Put our AI to use. Oh, there they are.
Target destroyed.
This is freaky.
Holding a designated position.
I don't think he
And Vulcans
appreciated
there.
it. He didn't enjoy it.
That was his last guy doing.
Burn that
I'm going
target.
to tell our allies to attack those, the Vulcan.
Target
There he is.
acquired.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you zapped his face in twain.
If he's just gonna stand there, like, looking like a lost puppy, then I'm gonna zap his face off.
You just fucking zapped his face in twain.
Well, he's just standing there, he's not doing it. Like, it wasn't even hard, he literally was just standing. What a loser. Like, the Thunderbolt, at least it was moving. It was just standing there. Right. Funny, it's so funny, like, the first one I was able to just, like, blast him in the face, and the second one, like, the laser is clearly tracing his face, but whatever way it goes, it didn't count, it just shot him in the chest.
I mean,
Right, it was his guy
that
doing.
one I saw, that was just clearly on his head.
Yeah,
Like, he
that
just
was
got
very clear
fucking
as it.
smoted. This fucking Vulcan is, his AI has broken. Now we're forced to go deal with them ourselves. Mydran weapons, not just fast, but Mydran fast. Is that what all the rapid fire ACs are? Are they all like Mydrans? It's funny that like rapid fire AC feels more rapid fire than ultra AC.
No, the ultra AC is not like, it's good, but it's not horrendous. It's good, but it's not amazing. I mean,
it has way better ammo economy. That's one thing it has. I feel like rapid fire should have been given its own ammo type because it just goes through ammo way too fast.
No, he wants to do. Sort of headshot that.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Nice.
We've reached our quarter.
Why don't we see if they drop anything else? Because like we barely have taken any damage.
Stick around as long as you like.
This is a really good mech for Warzone because there's no ammo. You literally just stay here forever, zapping stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we don't have any ammo considerations.
There is a dropship.
Oh, there we go.
At least we can get the other side to that street there.
Target
I think
acquired.
that's a good place to set up.
Those are all Scorpions. Why is the AI so hesitant in this?
I mean, they're getting like blasted by like 6 face melters. I'm not surprised. Oh no, they're coming. They're just on the other street. Where'd he go?
Okay, he's crossing over through the middle.
Of course he is.
Oh, wow.
Beers on me.
That on my screen is on his head, and it didn't count. That's crazy. I don't know. So I think some mechs are just harder to headshot, to be honest.
I think the game just does it to be like, oh, you can't just headshot everything. That wouldn't be fair. That would be an unfair strategy.
Well, that's probably true. It probably would be unfair. That was an easy 200,000 seagulls. Give me another one. Give me more. I want to kill more stuff.
We need some more heavily armored mech, that's for sure.
There, Commander.
100%.
Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Oh, they face some loot. No, she's lying. She lied.
It makes me wonder, what if you had all binary lasers? Like, what if we had 4 mechs and all of them had binary lasers?
Technically, we could maybe do this with the Annihilator 1E.
That's true. I could get more as well. Like, I could order more mechs. Like, I could go get more, like, Marauder 2s and stuff like that. Like, I could get more.
I mean, if we don't do it now, we'll not be doing it for a while because
That
there's
is
going to be
true.
no mechs
That is true.
can take it.
That is true.
Oh, and we could also do Annihilator 1A with just with, like, tons of heavy rifles. We should try that as well.
That
That'd be
is
funny.
true. That is true. More experimental builds. That might be our first experimental lance setup. I've never thought about a whole lance setup, but yeah, that could be like an experimental lance idea. Where are the enemies at? Like, when we're just trying to escape, they're just like sending the enemies out in hordes, but when we're actually waiting for enemies to generate, they just want to fuck around.
There's a Lucas, I just zapped. I'm like
To indicate it.
basically maximum of the range. There's 4 light mechs, of course.
Falling in behind you.
I'm gonna chase them down so we can get rid of them quickly. Where'd they go?
Chase them down, quote unquote.
Yeah, true. Okay.
New target blackjack.
Tangos
Oof.
appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace
Well, this guy
yourselves.
here. I guarantee one will kill this guy. Yeah, I thought that.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Alright. That's those 4 dead.
So far, that mech is cleaning house.
This thing's freaky.
I mean, we had to try it, though. I needed to try once and for all to find out if binary lasers have potential. It seems like they do
Oh, here
have
we go.
potential,
Here we go.
but you have to like heavily build for them.
Okay. Here's a real test of a Banshee 3S Elite in the south. This is my favorite mech as well. I love the Banshee 3S. Where did you go? Show yourself. I swear I'm not tripping. Show yourself. Okay, here we go. Right, I'm gonna shoot the thing center torso. I'm not gonna try and headshot. I wanna see what they can do. Alright. That's pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, that is not bad. It turned it red. Damn, you reload so much faster than me. Like, I just now recycled on my binary laser.
Right, I just got headshot with that thing, so I think it's probably time to go.
Okay,
I'm
let's
probably
get out
not
of
too
here
many
then.
shots off a good shot then.
That is not a bad damage test. Was it in optimal range?
Yeah, it was, yep. It was like 500 meters, and this is 646, it says.
I mean, because like heavy rifles wouldn't have been able to destroy it one shot through the center torso either.
No, no, they wouldn't have. I think these do more damage than heavy rifles, actually.
We'd have to take a
But
look
they
at
only...
it. They definitely don't have
they
as good a
only-
range. That's one thing for
No,
sure.
don't have as good a range, and they don't do the damage all up in one go. Like, you do have to drag it.
Yeah, you got to make sure that the shot is not just a clean shot, but you got to make sure that the enemy isn't. You got to be concerned about their facing and if they're about to like move or do some kind of weird dynamic movement.
Yeah. Oh, Banshee 3S. God, I love that mech, honestly.
We have no salvage, unfortunately,
I know.
but we don't need the
I'm
salvage. Like we're just collecting it for. All right, let me.
If there's
take
anything I'm
this back.
sad about in this viewer picks thing is that the Banshee was first.
That
That's like-
they voted for the Banshee as well. Well, that's how we found out that we liked the Banshee so much. We found
I
out that we
know.
liked the Banshee through the Banshee voted playthrough. Like that was the thing.
We did. Yep.
I'm waiting for the
That's
Mauler
the-
playthrough. Like I'm waiting for them to vote for the Mauler.
Wait, watch it be last. The Stalker could be. I like to see the Stalker. I don't use it that much. I want to see, because they have such like bizarre weapon groups. Not bizarre. There's so many weapon groups. I feel there's a good chance the Stalker could have some like fun as well.
Oh, I think the Stalker's going to be pretty fantastic. Real quick, here's the sales on the mechs we salvage. The Urban Mech R60L, 330,000. Jenner D, 640,000. The Enforcer 4R, about 600,000. This Kintaro 18 was worth 1.2 million. That was a pretty good one right there. A Orion K, why is it 2 million? Wow, I guess the salvage an Orion K next time. 2 million, even with it being blown out on the center torso. A Black Knight, 2 million, also blown out center torso. And that's what we got for it. We didn't go for as much salvage this time around just because we have salvaged our mechs. The mechs that you see in the bay that are yellow are the mechs that we have not yet tested. Those are mechs that I have not, I've left them unrepaired so I'd remember to use them. So the mechs that we haven't used yet are, we haven't used the Golden Boy, we haven't used the CRB-27, we haven't used the Blackjack 1DB, the Hatchetman 5S, or the Panther 10P. We also will be using your mechs next time we play. If you would like to have one of your mechs built, which, let me pin this one. This is a one from Dara. Let me go ahead and pin that. Also, shout out to Dara for boosting the server. So we've got 2 boosts from Dara. So shout out to Dara. Oh, we got someone who just joined. Wave to him for joining. But yeah, this is where you can submit your builds, and I will use them on stream. You can see right here, this is Dara's build. You can even submit a color scheme, and I will use the color scheme. I will name it after you. And oh, this one seems interesting. A longsword, heavy arena fist, medium pulse. Yeah, that seems like it'll be pretty good. I don't see that one. We have to do the Chubby Demons Kintaro, Golden Boy, Chubby Demons Archer 2RB. We need to do Chubby Demons Flea 17, Chubby Demons Panther 10P. Chubby Deep is Marauder 5A and Bounty Hunter 2. The other people I have gotten through their mech requests, and if you're wondering which mechs I'm currently taking submissions for, they are in the pinned comment right over here. The Flea, Panther Commando, Javelin, Shadowhawk, Crab, Hatchetman, Kintaro, Blackjack, Marauder, Jaegermech, Grasshopper, Archer, Annihilator, King Crab, Victor, Marauder 2, and Corsair. Those are the mechs that were voted for. And if you'd like to join so that you can submit a mech build, here is a link. If you do take the link, then all you got to do is when you join, go to the first category, which is the city gates. There will be a section called Verify Enrolls, and in the first pinned or the first comment, you just got to click this green emoji once. This will verify yourself. It is to prevent bots from just coming in and spam. They do really gross stuff like spam porn all over the place and shit like that. So basically that prevents, the bots don't know how to do that. The bots don't know how to assign themselves a role. So that prevents vandalization. And once you do that, then you will be able to post in just about anywhere in the Discord. And what you'd want to do is in the very bottom category, the entertainment district, you open up the entertainment district and go to MW5 viewer builds, and that's where you can submit a build. If you submit a build that is incorrect, I'll just let you know what you need to do to change it. All you have to do is it has to be two things. One, it has to be a mech that was voted for, which is in the pinned comment on the top right-hand side, and then it can't use any modded equipment. It can only use vanilla plus DLC equipment. That is the only requirement. And if you do that, it doesn't matter if you joined on day one, I will use it. I may not use it in the next episode, but I will get to using it. I guarantee it. Anyways, we've been streaming for a while, so let me go ahead and wrap things up and give you the schedule. The schedule is, today's the 18th, so we played MechWarrior 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. I typically stream for about 2 hours. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, I will be on Twitch playing Stellar Blade, once again at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then on the 1st of next month, so in 2 Tuesdays from now, will be July, and that is when Mecha Break comes out. I will be introducing Mecha Break onto the YouTube channel because I'm pretty sure MechWarrior 5 is going to be ending its support. Not literally, but I feel like Piranha Games is going to be focusing its effort onto clans, and I don't think clans is frankly replayable enough, so I want to introduce a new mech game onto the channel. That does not mean I will stop playing MechWarrior, but it does mean I will divert more focus onto Mecha Break, which is a team-based mech game, a PvP game. It's pretty fun overall. It will be free to play, so if you want to give it a shot, you can, and I will, of course, have a community for it, so you'll be able to pilot your mechs alongside me. Anyways, as usual, thanks for being such a great audience. Thanks for keeping it real. This is the end, though. Ronan Fox is getting out of here. The Sheriff and the Fox are dipping out. So deuces, everyone, and remember that you don't have to be good to get good.